Hello and welcome to another episode of SqEngineering Engineering. I'm Spiritus, and in today's episode we have no longer any breaks on the workbench, so we have some space to work at. And if you remember, I took down the fuel tank in the last episode and realized that if I were to use 90-degree AN fittings, hose ends, then they will basically be on top of the floor in the trunk. So the only option that I had was to go with bulkhead fittings. So I have ordered and received AN8 bulkhead fitting. Basically it's half the height of using a 90-degree hose end with a well-done fitting. So hopefully that will work. Otherwise the trunk will get some massaging. But yeah, we need to take out the fuel hanger and prepare for AN8 and AN6 fittings, as well as a proper power feed. So let's do that. So as it turns out, the bulkhead AN8 fitting was not the complete list of necessary fittings. I intended to use one of these, so AN8 hose connection, and then pass it through the fuel tank, but I'm not using that. So I need a female 2 hose connector, so I can place this on that. So I will need to order some more. But also I looked at some pictures and saw that one guy was basically using this solution, and the boot floor ended up roughly here. So basically I should be fine. I hope I will. Otherwise I will have to massage the trunk floor a little. And also here we have the one for the return. Let's have a look at the tank. Here we have the fuel tank, homemade breather plate, stainless steel pipe, and I will remove the lid and continue working on that. The fuel pump hanger is out, as you can see, and here you see how corrosive different fuels can be. So this was with E5. So watch out what kind of materials you use inside a fuel tank. This was a very temporary solution. But yeah, if we focus on the connections we have. So we have the feed coming here and then out here. This is the AN8 nut, and even if we make it fit here, it would basically go down through this mount. So I don't like that idea. Instead, I think we're going to put the feed here. Then we have loads of space, so that will be good. And then it will be pointing in basically the same direction. And the return, I think we will have it in the same place, maybe a little bit shifted towards center. So I will be cutting out a bit of this fuel hanger mount. Currently it looks like there are 5 spot welds, so I will be welding it on the outside instead to compensate for the welds that I'm removing. My electrical connection, I think that will be in the same place as the stock one. And as you can see, this is one of the few remaining parts that are rusty. So let's disassemble this. We have the fuel pump removed from the hanger. I will be throwing out the zip ties and the rubber I used as vibration dampening. Didn't really work that well. Yeah, this one, I think this is the stock one, so it goes in the bottom like this, and that one works with the let's see, it's the, yeah, it's one of the bigger Valbros. And I have scribed the line according to along the inside diameter of the rubber seal. And if we place it like this, it means that I only lose one spot weld, and I can have the feed here, and then the hose will sort of loop and come down here. The return, I will be cutting in a bit here, but I won't be losing the spot welds. I'm not sure how this will end up. It's like a ridge, maybe from a press fit or something. So yeah, we will see. The return will end up somewhere here. So I will do a bit of cutting and pre-drilling before I use the bigger drill to make these AN fittings fit. Will this fit? AN8 feed, AN6 return. There is only one way to find out. This is how it looks right now. And here we have the fuel return, we have the fuel feed, same ones but on the top side. We have the ground connection, and this was connected to this, and this was extremely hard to cut off. Yeah, I used a variety of tools. I had an angle grinder with a cutting wheel, but also a grinding disc. I had a few different step drills. I had an automatic punch, one you just push and it will hit it for you. I used a 3mm drill to start it after making the center punch with this. This was just for another thing. When I think I've destroyed my step drills, and as you can see, this was the first time I used them. Where this one was, it was extremely hard, so I think it got a bit hardened, but because after removing this, I had something where this connection would fit, but we need to isolate it. So we have this teflon washer which is poking through on the other side, and then it will have an electrical isolation. And here is the normal feed position and normal return position. I move the feed to here, so we have that here, and I think so it will sort of go down. Let's see. So it will come down here and then loop and then down to the pump, I think. And the return will just be Teflon hose going down, maybe zip tied to the feed. I think I will change this. I will anyway need to remove this when treating this. I accidentally did this hole a bit too close to the center, so I will need to weld this shut. I'm not sure if there is any other material here, if it's not welded, soldered or glazed, whatever you call it, type of welding. Maybe also here, but here is where I intend to weld a screw, a 6mm screw, which will act as my new ground. So hopefully this will fit in the car as well. I think this is coming out great. So after welding this, I will just file it down to the same or the correct diameter. Since this is yellow passivated, I think I'm going to do the same. So hopefully this fits in one of my buckets. So we'll see how that turns out. If I can get it to fit, then I think it will be really cool. You didn't see most of the thinking part of this episode because, well, it's boring for you to just see me flipping the fuel pump hanger upside down and rotating it and trying to figure out how I'm going to route things and if it actually fits. We will see. I want to do it this way, and I'm prepared to take the consequences if it doesn't fit. I think it will fit, and if it doesn't fit, it will just be like a couple of millimeters wrong. So yeah, I'm going this route. Maybe I will also redo the fuel tank hangers. They don't look, the brackets don't really look that pretty. We'll see. Yeah, so you know what to do. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's very important. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.